Hi, my name is Karla Villa and today I'm going to be talking about rural Dreikurs. Dreikurs had a social model of discipline that might be the answer to solving problem behavior issues in the classroom and preventing them from happening altogether. Wait, what? Yes, you hear me. So please pay attention to this presentation and you will have all the information you need to solve problem behavior issues in your classroom. Rudolf Dreikurs was born in Austria, in Vienna. He went to medical school and after that he specialized in psychiatry. When he was studying psychiatry, he was very influenced by the work of Alfred Adler. After that, he immigrated to the United States to keep working with this method. But then he was working with problematic kids and he realizes that the problem it was they were trying to fit in the classroom. So in that moment, the method they were using it was very disciplined for say it in one way, and he proposed to use more a democratic method. What does this mean? We can all take choices and we can all have consequences for our own acts, but we need to have the choices. So, Dreikurs' theory is based on the notion that everyone wants to fit in after he was working with problematic kids. The principle is strongly related to the field of social psychology, which focuses on the influence of society on human behavior. According to this method, punishments or reward are completely ineffective. Dreikurs' model of social behavior in the classroom focuses on consequences and encouragement as the key as effective discipline, addressing two types of consequences, natural and logical. Natural consequences are the result of the evolution of events and take place without the teacher's intervention. However, it's the teacher's job to make sure that the child is not harmful in a psychology or physically way. Logical consequences are teacher arranged rather than be the most obvious result of the student's own choices. Logical consequences help children look more closely at their behaviors and consider the result of their own choices. Unlike punishment, where the point is to make the kid feel shame, the intention of logical consequences is to help children to build internal controls and to learn from their mistakes in a supportive and healthy environment.
Dreikurs' theory classifies misbehavior in the classroom into 4 areas. Let's take a closer look at this with the use of fictional students. I'll also include ways to resolve these behaviors in the classroom according to Dreikurs' model. First, let's take a look at attention-getting behaviors. Charlie is a second grade student. Charlie frequently plays with his food. For example, he threw his food on the ground during snack time. Charlie's teacher feels very annoyed by his behavior and has been punished him by removing him from the table, but it doesn't seem to be working. Dreikurs' model of discipline explains Charlie's behavior as a cry for attention. The behavior is working because the teacher feels annoyed and responds to the behavior with punishment. Dreikurs' model of social discipline might require that Charlie cleans his snack from the ground and the table. This qualifies as a natural or logical consequence, a hallmark of Dreikurs' model. In addition, the teacher might use encouragements at times when Charlie is demonstrating appropriate classroom behavior. Dreikurs' model focuses on encouragement as an effective tool to preventing behavior problems in the classroom. Behaviors aim at gaining power and control. Another classification of misbehavior revolves around behaviors aimed at gaining power and control. Eric is in first grade. He loves to build towers with blocks. However, Eric sometimes knocks down the block towers built by his classmates. Despite the fact that Eric's teacher places him in timeout when he does this, he continues the behavior. According to Dreikurs Model of social discipline, Eric is seeking power and control. By placing him in timeout, he is losing the social connection that he is seeking, which might explain why it isn't working. According to Dreikurs Model, the teacher should require Eric to rebuild the block towers that he knocks down. He might also be prevented from playing with the blocks each time he knocks down the tower from another student. Finally, encouragement can be used to reinforce Eric's positive behavior when using the blocks. These methods of consequences and encouragements are representative of Dreikurs' model of social discipline. Next, we have revenge-based behaviors. Anna is in the 5th grade. She recently was private from the use of electronic devices from her caregiver. Since then, she's been very disrespectful and demanding to her caregiver. This is hurtful and disruptive in activities. Dreikurs' model of social discipline explains Anna's behaviors as revenge-based because she is blaming her nanny for her time with electronic devices. Anna might be asked to apologize to her nanny as a natural consequence for the behavior. Encouragement should also be used to help motivate Anna to spend more time off-screen devices. Behavior resulting from feelings of helplessness or inadequacy. Ella is in 1st grade. She refuses to speak when called on polling class. Therefore, her teacher no longer calls on her. Dreikurs' model relates Ella's lack of participation in class to feelings of inadequacy. For example, Ella might believe that she is bad at spelling the ABC, so she does not want to speak up in class for fear that she will respond incorrectly. Instead of giving Ella the chance to remain quiet in class, the teacher should continue to call on her and should encourage her for making an effort. This pattern of consequence and encouragement might help Ella's feeling of helplessness when it comes to the ABC spelling. Dreikurs' model focuses on the need for students to belong.
These examples not only present common daily and classroom behavior issues, but demonstrate how Dreikurs' model of discipline can help to curtail them. Dreikurs has 4 major points on how to address misbehavior. Let's give it a look. The first one is to identify the goal of the misbehavior. As we just saw on the video, Dreikurs discussed 4 points on how to address misbehavior. Why is the student acting out? Maybe he's trying to get some attention. Is he trying to gain some power? Maybe he's looking for some revenge, or he's feeling helplessness or some inadequacy. The second point is alter our reaction as a caregiver's teacher or even parents after the misbehavior. We are being in a classroom where the teacher yells at the student after a misbehavior. These do not teach responsibility, but also can encourage them to keep going with this behavior. So we need to work in our response, and I know sometimes it's very difficult, but after we have all this information, I think we can do it much better. And the third point is provide encouragement. It's very important that we acknowledge when the kid is doing a good job. It doesn't matter if it's not the moment of the misbehavior. This is actually better that we remind to keep themselves motivated so we can keep working with them, and we do not have to work just when they misbehave. We need to be working with them every time. So please remember, keep encouragement going and you will have very happy and good behaved kids. And the fourth point is the use of logical and natural consequences. Dr. Dreikurs, on his method, he took off the reinforcement with reward or with punishment, and he is just proposing the use of natural and logical consequences because this will help us to give the kid choices they could pick and they could have consequences by their acts. This means we are giving them freedom and we're also giving them responsibility. That's what is going to help them to realize how to interact and work in a positive way with other people. Thank you so much for watching my presentation about Dreikurs Model. I think it's a very interesting model and definitely we apply it every day in the classroom as we saw on the examples. Thank you so much for watching and I hope this helps you to work Dreikurs method on your classroom and with your kids. Thank you.